Today on Refined, Seattle rolls out the red carpet from the hottest indie flicks to an Oscar-winning legend. We have a first look at what's coming to this year's Seattle International Film Festival. Then,
I feel like I've been preparing my whole life for this. I'm a donut connoisseur.
Refined hold its first annual Donut Showdown. Find out which treats came out on top. Plus,
all right, anybody with a question?
I go one-on-one with Mr. Jeopardy himself, Alex Trebek.
Only one person gets to sit in this chair behind this podium, and that's Alex Trebek. Seattle Refined starts now. Hey everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. Well, the stars are coming to the Emerald City this spring. The Seattle International Film Festival just announced its lineup for its 43rd annual celebration of cinema. And Refined has your first look at what's coming your way.
25 days, 400 films, stories from 80 countries around the globe. Northwest movie lovers are counting the minutes until opening night of the 43rd annual Seattle International Film Festival. And today, SIFF released its full lineup. Here are some of the standouts. The Big Sick is the opening night film at McCall Hall, and the buzz on this one is good. Early reviews of the Judd Apatow-produced picture describe it as a surprisingly emotional comedy about a young couple of different ethnicities trying to manage their lives and families when one of them contracts a mysterious illness. Holly Hunter and Ray Romano reportedly turn in scene-stealing performances as the in-laws. Next up on the must-see list is Landline, starring the always interesting Jenny Slate. It's the story of a pair of sisters growing up in New York in the 1990s who bond over the discovery of their father's affair. Edie Falco and John Turturro play their parents. Early reviews say this one too really tugs at the heartstrings and asks the question, is divorce the end of a family, or can it be the beginning? Now this next one may not be for everyone, but it's definitely for me. It's the young Karl Marx. Yes, it's French. Yes, it has subtitles. Get over it. As the title suggests, it's a biopic of Karl Marx and explores how a struggling young family and socialist philosopher planted the seeds for modern-day communism. And if you're a student of history and gorgeous filmmaking, you gotta check it out. Last but not least, SIFF will honor one of the greatest actresses of our time, Oscar winner Anjelica Huston.
What's with you?
We gotta talk.
Huston is, of course, part of one of Hollywood's legendary cinema families. Her father is director John Huston. Her grandfather is Walter Huston. Both won Oscars for The Treasure of the Sierra Madre. Anjelica Huston's body of work is incredible. Prizzi's Honor, Enemies, a Love Story, The Witches, The Dead, The Addams Family, and my favorite, The Grifters.
That's me, that's who I am.
The tribute to Anjelica Huston is June 7th, and yes, she'll be there. SIFF runs from May 18th to June 11th. For ticket information and more, log on to SeattleRefined.com.
Refined also has your first look at who will be rocking Bumbershoot this year.
Never be royal.
The 2017 lineup just came out, and it's got some big names. Some of the headliners for the annual Labor Day weekend music jam are Grammy Award-winning singer Lorde, Alterna icons Weezer, Beyonce's baby sister Solange, and Comet Margaret Cho.
Refined has discovered a new company that may change where you buy coffee in the city.
Street Bean Coffee Roasters fulfills two needs right here in Seattle. It provides a great caffeine buzz, and it helps keep homeless kids off the streets. Street Bean offers paid apprenticeships to at-risk youth at their coffee shops and roasting operations, teaching on-the-job skills. Right now, Street Bean has locations in Belltown and the U District. For more information, log on to our website and search for Street Bean.
What goes better with a cup of joe than a delicious donut? But if you ask anyone who makes the best donut in the city, you're going to get so many answers your head will swim. So we sent out Refined's resident super eater, John Prentice, to get to the bottom of the donut debate.
Whether glazed, jelly-filled, or covered in bacon, almost any donut is delicious. But who makes the best donuts in Seattle? For that answer, we turn to Seattle Refined, Rebecca Mongrain.
So my children and I are
dedicated donut lovers, but we don't really know who has the best, and so we had to have a snack down.
Underdogs like General Poipus, Family Donut, and Rodeo Donuts, an offshoot of Cupcake Royale, will be pitted against local favorites Top Pot, Mighty O, and national powerhouse Krispy Kreme. Mighty O, the hosts of this showdown, say their donuts are ready to bring home the gold.
Your donuts are going up against some pretty stiff competition here.
It's amazing. I think we got this in the bag. It's no issues.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. This is Mighty O.
Julie and I may be laughing, but this panel of judges is serious about donuts.
You guys are scary.
Thank you guys for coming, and thank you to Mighty O for letting us taste donuts here. So we're gonna start off with tasting different types of fritters.
It's really good. It's really thick. And there's very distinct chunks of apple in it, which I really like.
For this blind taste test, donuts could only be identified by color code, ensuring a totally unbiased, very scientific result. Sort of.
So how many of you said Mighty O for the best fritter? Okay. So there's 3 of us, because I also like Mighty O. Who like Top Pots? 1, 2, 3. Ooh. We're gonna move on to the cake donuts.
I like the cake donut. They feel satisfying when you eat one because it's got a little weight to it.
Do you need a cup of coffee to go with it?
Yes. Well, that's a hard question. I always need coffee. So.
The winner was Top Pot. Now we're gonna do the raised donuts.
This one is so different from the others. It looks like a Krispy Kreme.
The giveaway? That golden glaze.
How many for red Krispy Kreme?
And that glazy goodness puts Krispy Kreme back in the game, tied with Top Pot. Time for the final round, specialty donuts. 2 judges step forward to tame these gourmet gut busters.
You know, I feel like I've been preparing my whole life for this. I'm a donut connoisseur.
Are you going to be able to walk out of here?
I might need a nap before I leave here because the sugar crash is going to hit me pretty soon.
Good luck.
Thank you.
The judges dove in face first, downing donut after delicious donut. The Mighty O Jammo was a judge favorite, but when the powdered sugar settled, a victor emerged, and this Rodeo Donut chocolate cream-filled confection took the specialty donut crown. 3 points on the board for Rodeo Donut, and 2 for specialty donut bonus round runner-up, Mighty O. The result? A 3-way tie. Proving from plain Jane to over the top, the Emerald City is home to some awesome donuts, just waiting to satisfy your craving. John Prentice, Seattle Refined.
For all the results from John's Donut Taste Off, log on to our website and search for donut. Seattle Refined is just getting started.
I get together with my friends here, and we always have a great time.
We take you inside a local restaurant, raising the bar for high-class comfort food with something called Scratch Casual.
Vocabulary for 2000.
But first, you want to be a Jeopardy champion? You better listen to this guy.
What kind of strategy should somebody use?
Don't make mistakes.
That's easy.
Respond correctly.
I go one-on-one with America's favorite quiz show host, Alex Trebek. It's next.
Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. If you've watched Refined this week, you've seen all the exclusive stuff from our awesome visit to the Jeopardy set. But today, it's all about the biggest star of the show.
Ready one, take one.
Our crew headed to LA to get a VIP behind-the-scenes tour of the iconic quiz show. And imagine our surprise when legendary host Alex Trebek agreed to sit down with us one-on-one. Turns out, he's a lot more laid back than I thought.
Alex Trebek.
Since 1984, millions of families have welcomed Alex Trebek into their homes every weeknight as the host of Jeopardy! Even after all this time, he still has not lost his passion for the show or the audience.
All right, anybody with a question? I'll deal with 2 of the questions first. I shaved my mustache on a whim many years ago, and I have no plans to grow it back. And I have no ill feelings toward Sean Connery.
Do you like going out and talking to the people, especially the audience?
Oh, sure, I love it. I love it because I get a sense of what people around the country feel about our program, what interests them, what their likes and dislikes are regarding Jeopardy.
29,000 is what you get today, and it brings your total to... Is it in the water? A lot of big champions have come out of Seattle.
Well, there are bright people everywhere in America, and in some areas, they watch the program and they are inspired. They see local citizens who have done well, and so more and more individuals are encouraged to try out because of that.
Answer? Daily double? What kind of strategy should somebody use?
Don't make mistakes.
That's easy.
Respond correctly. But what you should try very hard to avoid is if you make a mistake, respond incorrectly, find yourself in the red, don't try to push yourself and destroy any chance you might have. Just understand that there's a lot of games still waiting there, and wait for your moment. Try to maximize it. If you try to play catch-up, so often you put pressure on yourself, extra pressure, and you defeat all of the good things that might be coming your way.
Do people know you're a smart guy? I mean, you come across so smart, but you, I mean, I see you address the audience. I mean, you're sharp. You're well-read.
I like to think I am, and I like to think I know a fair amount about a lot of things, but I've always been very curious about knowledge, about life, about people and places, and it has worked to my advantage as the host of this program.
Alex is being humble. He's one of the most decorated TV hosts of all time. He has loads of Emmys, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and a Guinness World Record for the most game shows hosted by one man.
Alex keeps it fun, doesn't he?
He does.
What a star he is. Talk about him a little bit and what he brings.
Well, Alex is the perfect host for Jeopardy. And he comes to Jeopardy. It's hard to think of Alex having done anything else, but I think he hosted maybe a dozen different game shows before Jeopardy.
Alex is from Canada, and his first big gig was a Canadian version of American Bandstand called Music Hop.
Here's your host on Music Hop, Alex Trebek.
After stints on other game shows, Alex finally landed the job of a lifetime.
I was talking to Harry Friedman, the executive producer of the show, before you guys started taping, and I said, I talked to a lot of the stagehands out here. I talked to some of the managers. All of them have worked here a ton of time. They all like each other, and I said, it's kind of like a big family. Do you get that feeling?
Oh, absolutely, and I've commented with audiences who come to our tapings, and I say, you get a job on Jeopardy, it's like a position you're going to have for life, or until you make that all-important decision that you want to retire and leave it. It's we all get along. Some of the camera people have been here for 30 years. So, yeah, it's family, very much so.
Don't miss part 2 of our exclusive one-on-one with Alex tomorrow as he shows Refined his wild side.
Give me a sledgehammer and watch out.
Yeah,
that brick wall is coming down.
That's tomorrow at 3 on Refined. Set your DVR because you do not want to miss it. Plus,
You make beautiful buns.
we get a lesson on how to whip up an all-American meal from scratch. A shout out to our friends at Kimpton Hotels for making our recent trip to Los Angeles such a pleasure. The Refined team stayed at the newly renovated Hotel Palomar in Beverly Hills, located just minutes from the best places in Beverly Hills and LA. From the nightly wine hour, to the posh pool, to the brand new Double Take restaurant, there's something for every member of the family, including skee ball and shuffleboard. Hey, thanks, Kimpton.
Hey, welcome back to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. If you watch the show at all, you know that I'm always on the hunt for a great burger. From roadside dives to gourmet grub, I just love a great cheeseburger. And thanks to our partners at Washington Grown, I know the next up on my burger to-do list is Beardsley Public House in Bothell.
Beardsley is what we call scratch casual. So we make everything in-house, from baking our own buns, our own sausages, we grind our own meats for burgers, pizza dough, everything's made from scratch in-house.
Well, we're gonna get cooking here,
We are.
right? So what's the first step in what we're gonna do?
Well, so we gotta cut the potatoes.
Okay.
So we're gonna head downstairs to our charcuterie kitchen, and that's where we prep all of our potatoes now.
Okay.
We're gonna let you cut some potatoes.
All right, let's do it. So here we are, gonna make some fries.
Gonna make some fries.
Okay.
You gotta start by cutting them to fry size.
Right. Fresh
potatoes.
This is just a straight potato. You get the best potato French fries ever. And so we're just gonna throw that in there. We're just gonna come down with this, push it through.
Go.
there
These
for
are
you.
huge potatoes.
These are what they call a 50 count.
A 50
So,
count.
About a pound a piece. Push hard.
I know,
There
right?
you go. Look at beautiful fries.
Yeah, look
Hey,
at
you're
that.
great at cutting fries.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Who knew? Thanks.
Now it's time to blanch and fry our potatoes. As tasty as fries are by themselves, we need to make our main course, a burger, starting with Beardsley's famous potato bun.
We have a helper.
Yep, this is Vidal, and Vidal makes most of these buns with
He's the master bun maker.
The master bun maker.
First, we dump in some sugar, yeast, and water.
You make beautiful buns.
Next, we add in bread flour, butter, and some Washington potatoes.
I have to look at the potatoes here. Those are some good-looking mashed potatoes.
We make those with the russet potato, same thing we make the
Yeah.
fries with, and that's what adds that nice kind of moisture and gives it a little bit of texture to the bun.
Yeah, awesome.
And we finish it off with a little salt and baking powder, then mix those ingredients together. Once it's finished, it's time to roll our buns.
Look at
Okay,
those.
there's a little difference between yours and his.
You think? Hey, I'm going to try just
You know
a
what?
little
That's
bit
why I'm letting him show you.
Right. Get in here, chef. Okay, here, have at it. Show me.
So,
Once we've rolled our buns, we let them rise, and then it's time to coat them with an egg wash.
Kind of like doing makeup.
Like you're doing
you may
makeup.
wanna shoot the dough.
Then we pop them in the oven, and it's time to make our burger.
Okay, so we have our buns, our fries are cooking,
Yeah.
and we need a burger.
We do. What we have here is our American Wagyu,
Okay.
which is really rich. You can kind of see all the fat
Right,
in
so it's
there,
not
which
your
gives it
average
just your average hamburger.
patty.
It is not.
It is not. As far as a raw hamburger patty goes, that looks beautiful. I'm telling you.
Well, let's get this on. We'll get
Okay.
it started, and then we're gonna put a little bit of our special burger paste on there.
Oh, okay. But people can do this at home.
Sure, they can do it at
come
home.
up with
Their own burger
something.
base.
Yeah.
You bet. This is kind of a secret one.
This is a secret one. I kind of figured that.
This is what we call our Wagyu mushroom brie burger.
Yum.
And so we've got some cremini mushrooms that have been sauteed in a little butter, garlic, sherry, some herbs, slices of brie cheese,
Nice, Brie.
and then some arugula.
Now it's time to assemble our burger. First, we put some truffle-infused mayo on our bun, add some brie cheese to our meat, throw that on the bun, and top it all with our mushrooms and arugula.
Something
What are we
missing.
missing? I
See
think
this
maybe,
space
maybe
right
some French
here?
fries.
Yeah. These are so good. Soft on the inside, nice and salty.
And now it's time to dive into that burger.
Oh,
There you
look
go.
at how beautiful that is.
Look how
That's
juicy
cooked
that is.
perfectly. Cheers.
And then
The
arugula,
burger
just a little
is
peppery.
delicious.
Yum! Tune in every Wednesday to see more stories from our partners at Washington Grown. We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome back to the show. You know, for many folks out there, their animals are really part of the family. You know what I'm talking about. That's why it's so upsetting when we hear stories about pets being dumped, abandoned, or left to fend for themselves. But one group of Northwest animal lovers is trying to help out animals who've lost their way at a place called Meow Village.
A piece of newspaper, kind of a flooring in the trap.
In a house off a gravel road, Leanne Garrison shows the traps she uses to catch feral cats.
We use tuna fish, we use KFC chicken.
11 secret herbs and spices later, Black Cat and Wild Girl are spayed and ready to go to barns to catch mice, courtesy of Meow Village. Leanne's been with the nonprofit for 6 months.
Never even was a big cat person, but something about it, you're helping every day, and there is lots of job security. There are always cats out there that need help.
Like these kittens found in Forest Grove.
I got a call Sunday afternoon that were getting the lawnmower out and they found a bunch of brand new kittens. So I said, we'll be right there.
Some of the cats Leanne rescues goes to feral colonies, some to barns where they can live wild, but have shelter. And some, like Mystery, end up as house cats. Trapping the cats and finding them the right home puts a lot of miles on Leanne's car.
Vernonia, Issaquah, Washington, Gaston, Carlton, Dundee.
And Leanne, like everyone at Meow Village, is a volunteer. And she'll be the first to tell you Helping these cats has nothing to do with money.
It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. I finally found something that I thrive to do every morning when I get up.
All right, that'll do it for today's show. We'll see you next time right here on Seattle Refined.